you know, you can't get everything that you want, but certainly for Kawasaki, you can see that they got what they wanted from this race. Now they need to move on to race 2. As Johnny said, he's looking forward to it. It's going to be another scrap, and that battle between himself and Bautista, they do look like they've got that edge on Toprak, but it's been such a good start to the season. We've had every race, there's been these battles at the front of the field. We're going to see more of the same this afternoon, and World SBK, after last season with all the fighting between Ray Razgatlioglu, Scott Redding getting involved, Bautista's got into it now, and we just have more of the same all the time. It's been great.
Jonathan Ray always gives us plenty of talking points, plenty of milestones, plenty of stories. They're numbers that us as journalists we all love, but I think Jonathan Ray enjoys those markers and those milestones almost as much as we do.
Yeah, I think when Johnny talks about, oh, I didn't realise that such and such was going to be the case this weekend, I'm always questioning that, because he remembers every single race that he's been in. When you talk to him about something that happened years ago, he's got that memory of, oh yeah, I was using such and such suspension and something changed and we did this. And certainly when you look at him talk about, oh, I didn't realise it was 100 wins, Johnny knew he was facing that 100 wins for sure.
Well, he's not only faced it, he's faced them down, and he takes the 100th Kawasaki victory, and yet another win in this 2022 campaign. Great from a neutral's perspective that Bautista, though, is hanging on in there. Consistent again from Bautista. It's the one thing that he didn't manage in 2019, was to keep banging in the points even when Jonathan Ray was unbeatable. Today, Bautista couldn't hold on ahead of Ray, but he's held on for the points for second position, and that means he's only 5 down.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he has to do. He hasn't put a foot wrong so far this season. He hasn't overstepped the mark trying to get something that wasn't there for him. He's just been solid and consistent all the way, because he knows he's going to win a lot of races this year.
It is Toprak Razgatlioglu then who takes third position here today. Another podium for him. That's 58 by my reckoning in the Superbike World Championship. Second place goes the way of Alvaro Bautista. Nice consistent start to 2022, even if it's not quite as consistent as it was, remember, 3 years ago. And your race winner, Jonathan Ray, and this marks another milestone in his career, the 100th victory with Kawasaki.
Yeah, and you can see there Irina Schouten giving out the trophies here for the Tissot Superpole race, and Irina, three-time Olympic champion in speed skating and a real star in the Netherlands, and Jonathan there taking his trophy for that race victory, and that one's going to mean a lot to him.
Nearby venues well known in Assen and Heerenveen in this part of the world as well for speed skating, but it's speed of a different kind. Today it is Superbike Sunday, which means that we've got race 2 coming up this afternoon. There are the 3 men who will be on the front row of your grid for it. Jonathan Ray, Alvaro Bautista and Toprak Razgatlioglu. Second row of the grid will be Andrea Locatelli, Iker Lecuona and Loris Baz. Garrett Gerloff, Michael Ruben Rinaldi and Axel Bassani for row 3. Confirmation of the race result in full then. Again, 3 different manufacturers in the top 3 positions. Again, Ray Bautista and Razgatlioglu, the 3 men at the head of the field. And again, it's only third position for Toprak. Just over a quarter of a second down on the race winner, Ray. But it is only third position for the reigning world champion, and he now trails by 29 points overall. Andrea Locatelli in isolated 4th place, 6.6 seconds down on Razgatlioglu, his teammate, but 5 seconds clear of Iker Lecuona, who again wins best of the rest. It's 5th position for him after another retirement for Alex Lowe. So a very similar pattern to what we saw in race 1. Michael Ruben Rinaldi fading, drops down to 7th, 8th rather, but he at least earns his place on the 3rd row of the grid for race 2 this afternoon. Either side from Garrett Gerloff and Axel Bassani, as I've already said. Championship standings then change, with Andrea Locatelli moving up to 4th overall. It was 2 4th places for him so far this weekend. Michael Ruben Rinaldi had 3 4th places first time out in Aragon. Locatelli had a retirement from race 2 in Aragon, but Michael Ruben Rinaldi had a retirement from race 1 yesterday, and being beaten by Locatelli enables the number 55 to leapfrog up into 4th position. So those two as they were at the end of the championship, of course, in 2021. No doubt Alex Lowe's will bounce back and will try to close them down. 4th overall looks already to be a separate fight to those medal positions. Kawasaki leading the Manufacturers' Championship. All their points scored by Jonathan Ray, 91 of them. 86 for Alvaro Bautista and Ducati. 62 for Yamaha and Razgatlioglu. Best of the BMWs today, Loris Baz. Iker Lecuona, of course, scoring the points for Honda. It is Baz who leads the Independent Riders' Championship. He's 3 points ahead of Garrett Gerloff for 7th position overall. Axel Bassani 10th in the World Championship standings. He's on 20, and that puts him 3rd in the Independent Riders Series. Teams Championship, and it is Aruba IT Ducati who lead us by 14 points. KRT losing out as a result of 2 retirements this weekend for Alex Lowe's, and of course his fall from race 1 in the Aragon round as well. So Bautista and Rinaldi the more consistent point scorers. For Pata Yamaha, they had Razgat Lioglu third and Lok